Good morning, Willie Waffle. How you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good after hearing about that incident. My God.
It is like childbirth, though, so my wife will say, I don't really remember all the pain or any of that. And I feel that way now. It's like, I went into this thing, had my part of my colon removed, in and out, everything was wonderful. You forget about the pain, you forget about the bad moments. But that staff over there was phenomenal. I can't say enough about them. And anyway, here we are. Good morning, Willie Waffle.
Well, good morning. And, we're glad you're back. We're glad you're feeling good. We want you to stick around for a while.
I think it'd be, well, some people do.
Yeah.
And for those that don't, well, you'd figure he'd hang around a little longer.
You know, Angelo was singing a song this week about getting on the budget here, getting on the budget, and have to wait until you're gone.
This will be the way. This will be the way. Yeah. Let's start. You have one movie. It's a movie about a family vacation, right?
Yeah, it's about this family. They're off on vacation. They're at the family summer home when one night they're surrounded and invaded by another family that looks exactly like them.
What?
Yeah, and that's what I think really kind of draws you in. This idea of, who are these doppelgangers? Where did they come from? What are they trying to accomplish? And it's written, directed by Jordan Peele, the guy who did Get Out a few years ago. And what he does is he just slowly draws you in, and he escalates the situation bit by bit by bit, so that by the end you can't even believe how far you've gone and how crazy this thing has gotten and how weird this thing has gotten. And even how funny it gets at times. I mean, that's a pretty nice combination.
Yeah, it is. That's a lot of that's a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, and I think it's got an ending that will have people kind of talking and debating, and you'll be talking about it with your friends as you leave the theater. You're like, what happened? I don't know if I necessarily buy into the ending, but I liked everything else. I think it's a 3-waffle movie.
Wow.
Nice. Get out of here.
Wow. It's been a while for that type of review, and you believe you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll run the gamut of emotions in this thing.
Well, you will, and it's not really an actor's movie. You've got a good cast in here, and I actually really liked Winston Duke, who plays the father. Who, in all the great horror movies, you have that one guy who says what the audience is always thinking. That's his role in this movie, and he's hilarious with it. And so, it's more of their crazy reactions to the insanity going on around them that kind of makes it funny and relieves a little bit of the tension. I mean, that's just a smart movie-making tool.
Yeah.
Relieve a little bit of that tension, because you can't be on the edge of your seat for 2 hours straight. You'd get worn out. You wouldn't be able to put up with it. You'd become numb to it. And and Jordan Peele kind of draws you back a little bit every once in a while, just so things can get a little bit weirder and a little bit crazier.
What do you? What is this movie called again?
It's called Us.
Us. Not This Is Us. No, that's depressing. This movie is called Us. Okay.
Yeah, this was a little bit more exciting, maybe depressing in its own way.
Yeah. All right, good stuff, Willie. It's wafflemovies.com. And are you in the midst of any of this storm? You're down in the Binghamton area. In the midst of any of this storm here?
No, it kind of missed us. I mean, after 2 days of talking about, we're going to get 3 to 8 inches and we've got a winter storm warning, there's some rain this morning.
And I want to ask you one other question while we have you here from a Binghamton standpoint. The announcement came just last week, and we had him in this week, that George Phillips is running for the seat currently held by Anthony Brindisi. It's funny, Brindisi's been in office for about 6 weeks, and he already has an opponent. What's the general take down there when it comes to George Phillips?
I don't think there really is a take. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but who is George Phillips? I mean, he's this guy who tends to run for Congress a lot. I don't know who I don't feel that he's this pillar of the community or this leader within the community. I mean, he's got a long way to go to kind of build up his name recognition and make something of himself to be this congressional candidate. I mean, and that's not a slight. I think that's just the reality of running in politics these days. And that's why he runs early. Because he needs that extra time to establish himself.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, this is early. This is record-breaking early We're talking about a March bid, and, of course, January is when Brindisi was sworn in, so crazy. All right, Willie. Manaski says unremarkable, I think was the word that you used.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
I mean, I don't want to, but what has he done? I mean, he's run for Congress. That's about what he's done.
Willie,
he has worked with some campaigns. He's worked with some congressional
Jack Kemp,
campaigns.
And I know he was with,
Martin Babinek, was it?
No,
the Citizens...
I don't know. He was on some committee. I can't think of it right now. It's something about the part about splitting New York, right? Is it New York, New York Alliance, New York Strong, whatever it is. But, Willie, here's the thing. When we talk to him, he's run for Congress numerous times. I don't get – there's like not a passion. There's not a fire burning there. He's a super nice guy. It's just –
you want to see him with his hair not perfect. You want to see him where he's not completely in control. Every answer is the perfect answer you would give. If it's anything controversial, he's able to sidestep that and just go right into a spiel. It's so perfectly tailored to a politician. It makes you say, "I want to see more."
And what's he running against at this point? What has Brindisi done he doesn't like?
Nothing up to this point. So,
he's part of Citizens United, by the way.
Yeah.
That brings up the point that I've been thinking about. It's like you really have two types of people who run for Congress. People who want to be in Congress, or people who have an issue or something that drives them every day.
And his is he's very religious, so that could be it. We gotta go.
New York
Gotta go. Willie, thanks.